Hey, it's your boy Deric coming to you live from inside my office. And I wanted to put together this very special video today for you guys. The top 10 things you can do in terms of success in any business. Now, again, I don't be so bold and say, I guess, any business, but I can tell you what's worked for me in my business. And a lot of times you can apply these same factors into anything else you do in life and in business. So I'm going to give you guys the top 10 things that I do that I think push me to success, or at least the successful mindset in every situation. And I try to do these things daily. These are 10 things you can do that if you do them, I can promise you, after listening to hundreds and hundreds of speakers, this is not just my material, this is theirs included as well. This stuff is what a lot of people do. A lot of people that are successful do, I should say. And it's something that you guys can do as well in terms of trying to get the right mindset, the motivation, health-wise, and obviously success is what the ultimate goal is here. And to make the money so you can do what you want with your money. So I guess the first one that I'm gonna have put up here is one of the things I do, and you guys have heard me talk about this a lot, is put God first, right? And everything I do, everything you think you see in me, everything you think I have accomplished, everything you think I have, and I have a few things, everything I have is by the grace of God. It's a gift, right? I kept God in my life and it's kept me humble. I didn't always stick with him, but he always stuck with me. So stick with him in everything you do. If you think you want to do what you think I've done, then do what I've done and stick with God, right? Stay humble. I have God in my life every day. I talk to him. I'm not a holy roller. I'm not at church every day, but I like to talk to God a lot. I don't think you need to speak a certain language to speak to God. I think you can talk to him like you talk to a friend. I like to thank him for things that I have, and I like to ask him for things that I don't have. So I just try to have a 5 or 10 minute conversation with him every day, and I try to do it first thing in the morning when my head's the most clear. Number 2, fail big. Do what you feel passionate about. Take chances professionally. Don't be afraid to fail or dream big, but remember, dreams without goals are just dreams. They ultimately fuel disappointment. So have dreams, but have goals. Life goals, health goals, yearly goals, daily goals. And understand, to achieve these goals, you must apply discipline and consistency. I'll say that again. In order to achieve these goals, you must apply discipline and consistency every day, not just on Wednesdays. You have to work on it. Hard work works. Working really hard at something is what successful people do. And in this text, tweet, twerk world we live in, just remember, just because you're doing a lot more doesn't mean you're getting a lot more done. Just because you're doing a lot more doesn't mean you're getting a lot more done. Don't confuse movement with progress, right? Because you could run in place all day and get nowhere. So try to do things that you want to do. Take chances at things that you want to take chances at. And don't be afraid that if you fail, to get back up. Most people that were successful in life is because they failed, right? Thomas Edison failed 1,000 times to create the light bulb. The light bulb was the 1,001th time, Colonel Sanders didn't get his chicken restaurant till 67. He lived in a car for like 4 years, going to places trying to sell this recipe. Now he's the biggest chicken seller in the world. So fail big. Number 3, you'll never see a U-Haul behind a hearse. I don't care how much money you make, you can't take it with you. And it's not how much money you make, it's what you do with what you have. We all have different talents. Some are going to be doctors, some lawyers, some businessmen, some teachers, some preachers, right? You never see. So I guess what I'm saying there is, we all can do different things at what this is. The most selfish thing that you can do in this world is help someone else out. Why is it selfish? Because of the gratification that you get for helping other people. So don't just think it's not always just about making money. I mean, listen, make money. We want you to be successful. But at the same point, like you want to be known for, being good. You want to be good at success. You want to be one of those shifty, slotty greasers that get things done. And I hate to say used car salesman kind of attitude, but you want to get things done professionally if you can in the right way. So, no matter how much money you make, you can't take it with you. So try to do the best you can with what you have. Number 4, we talked about this a minute ago. Be grateful, right? Part of the things I talk about God is the things that I thank you for the things that I have and the things that I want. These are thankful for things I have. A lot of people would tell me, like, I don't know what I can be thankful for. I don't really have much, and I kind of just laugh at them and machine gun them with different ideas that you can be grateful for. You can be grateful for a lot of things. Your car, your house, your health, your family, your food, your dog, electricity, cable, technology, education, drive, curiosity, your wit, the X factor you have, your five senses, the ability to walk, the money you have in the bank, your success, your failures. Like, there's so many things to be successful you can be thankful for. I used to have people come to me and say, I don't know what to be thankful for. I don't have much. And I'm like, oh, you don't, huh? And I was like, oh, so what did you have for breakfast this morning? I had oatmeal. Oh, you ate. A lot of people in this world can't eat that want to eat. How'd you get here? I drove. Oh, you drove. A lot of people in the world that love to drive that can't drive right now. You just came up to me. How did you approach me? Well, I walked. You walked. There's a lot of people right now that would love to walk, they can't walk. So you can be grateful for a lot of things. And you can thank, again, we talk about being thankful too. Thank you for my parents. Thank you for grace. Thank you for mercy. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for wisdom. Thank you for kindness. Thank you for peace. Thank you for humility. Thank you for prosperity. Say thank you in advance for the things that you want. True desire in your heart, that's God's proof to you sent beforehand to indicate that it's yours already. And anything you want good, you can have. You work hard to get it. Reach back, teach one. So, when you ask for a certain thing, it's your true desires in your heart. These are God's proof to you sent beforehand to indicate that it's yours already. If you're even thinking you want something, that's because the seed was planted in you to think that you want that. A lot of times we don't have anything until we think we want it, right? We don't have jewelry or we don't have the clothes until we think we want it. Then we actually go out and get it, and we work hard for those kind of things. So your true desires you can get, you just have to put them into motion and ask for them. Don't be afraid to ask God for anything. And make room for your abundance, okay? If you're going to ask for abundance, make room for it, right? So you need to make room for your abundance. You can't move on and hang on to old habits and expect new habits to come in. Sometimes you let friends go, you gotta let habits go, right? I've had to do this personally in my life a lot of times where I'm just hanging out with a certain amount of friends, but I wasn't really getting anywhere with these guys, and it was always negativity, and I just I always felt that I liked these guys. I knew them for a long time, most of my life, but at the same point, like, it's just too much negativity, and it was wearing down on me. And these are guys like, oh, it's the government, it's this, people keep me down. It's just, it's just like the victim mentality, and it's out there everywhere. People's brains are set, the autopilots are set to negativity. So if you let it run rampant, you get caught up in your own stuff. You know what I mean? And for me, I've got to program my brain to the positivity, because I would be in that same situation had I not had advanced training in my life to get that stuff done. So make room for your abundance, whatever you're asking for, And then number 6, listen to the voice, listen to his voice, right? I teach CCD as well on Sunday. I know I started with him on Holy Roller. I got caught into teaching CCD kind of because my son's teacher just they needed a teacher. And had I not done that, we would have had to take him to school at different times. It would have been a hassle to do like all 4. I had 4 kids, so 4 different drop-offs. So I decided to do this because they would keep everyone together. And it kind of was selfish reasons. But then after the first year, I kind of liked it. So I stayed on until he made his confirmation. But so listen to his voice. And I guess the story of this is I talked to the kids in class about this. A lot of people call God's voice, it's not audible. You can't hear it. But sometimes it's what people would call your conscious, right? Something that tells you to do something. So God talks to us through your conscious. You need to listen to that as much as you can, and do things in terms of, he will tell you stuff to do, like, hey, put the carriage back in the corral, or you pick this milk up and you don't want it. Well, don't just leave it here next to the cereal out, and put it back where you got it. This is like, grocery store example, something like that. But you'll come into situations in your life where God would tell you, speak to you to do something, and you should probably listen to that if you can. I had a lady one time in front of me, and it just happened to be in the checkout line. And usually I have my headphones in, so I'm not really listening, but that day I didn't. And I can hear her trying to figure out how much money she had with what she was trying to buy. I don't tell this to you guys because I want to get anything from you or praise or anything, but I could see her trying to calculate and putting things back that she wanted but she couldn't afford, and something inside told me, just cover it for her. So I did. I said, put that stuff back. She's going to get all of it. I'll cover anything that she can't afford. Again, just those small things that you hear and just like, okay, I was walking one day and there was a trash barrel on the street tipped over. And I don't want to touch trash, but something inside said, pick that up. I don't know what's going on in the house. These guys could have been arguing. Someone kicked it over. If they find that kicked over, then they could start a fight. I don't know. I just picked it up because as I tried to walk away, I felt God saying, do this. And again, for me, that's what I hear. You know, you may just, your conscience may tell you something else. So just be open to listen to that voice. That voice is usually the right voice telling you to do something you should be do. Don't just aspire to be, don't just aspire to make a living, aspire to make a difference, right? So we want to make a difference in people's lives, including our own. Control the weeds. We talked about this a minute ago. Number 7, look, weeds grow without any help. They grow in cracks and dirt. They grow in gardens. They grow in grass. They grow in sidewalks. They grow in cement. They will grow in your gutters, okay? Weeds need no nutrients, but if you want a flower or a vegetable or a plant, you need to prep the soil, add fertilizer, add water, turn the soil. Your mind is the same way. You don't have to force yourself to go to the negative. Your brain is on autopilot. It takes you to a lot of possibilities to work against the negative. You have to train your mind like you train your garden. Put in positive stuff. Read, watch it, listen to it. Don't say stuff like, why hasn't it happened to me yet? I don't know what that story is they put in there. Sometimes I write these things like days before and I forget this story about King David. I don't know what that is, or the car story. But I will say this, that I know that like our brains automatically, that's why papers, we sell so many papers, people want to see the negative. If you go and look at a product and look at this 200 reviews, what do most people look for? The 1-star review. What did someone bad say about this product? What do I need to know about this product, right? So our brains automatically go to the negative. So in order to have a positive attitude, and you go to the news saying death and disease and everything's out there being forced upon you every day and your friends. Did you hear about what's going on with this guy? Did you hear what's going on with that? Look what's coming on. We're going to war, you know. So this negativity is always around you. In order to combat that and stay positive, you need to fill your brain with positivity, whether it's reading, you're watching it, you're listening to it, anything like that at all is going to give you the ammo to fight against that. And it has to be done daily. So when I I work out every day in the morning. When I work out, after I'm done working out, I usually go for a walk. During that walk is my me time. I listen to positive stuff and I talk to God in my me time. All right, number 8, show up ready. If you're going to go to work and you're on any job at all, show up ready. Haircut, right? Groomed, nice clothes, wash your car, nice business cards. Be clear and concise when you talk. Be prepared. Be on time. Be generous with your conversation. Let people talk. Shine your shoes or clean your sneakers, whatever you wearing that day. Try to show up ready for work so you look the part. I could have came in today in sweatpants. I would rather come in with sweatpants and a t-shirt, but I wouldn't have looked the part. I think of it this way. If you go into a doctor's office and this guy's going to perform brain surgery on you and he's like, you know, covered up and down with tats and you're like, I don't know, man, this is kind of weird, versus the same guy covered up but he has a lab coat on and a stethoscope, you're going to have a little more confidence in him. You got to look the part no matter what job you've chosen in life if we're talking about being successful and moving forward. So show up ready. Be healthy. This is a huge one that you have to do every day. Now, listen, I'm not saying, look, there's a little pudge here. I'm not saying I'm super healthy, but I attempt to work out every single day. I try to do something every day. No days off, right? So do I have a great diet? No. Should I? Yeah. Do I know I should? Yeah. Am I working on it? I try to make healthy choices, but I like potato chips. I like cookies, and we're in COVID, and I have kids, and it's around every day. So be healthy. Get up early. Work out. Meditate. Cold showers. Listen to some that touches you. Money affirmations. Motivational stuff. Intermediate fasting. Try your best to do different things. These are all different things, techniques you could do, right? Get up early. I get up every day at 4:45. Work out. I'm in the gym by 5:30. Meditate. I do my meditative walk after that. Cold showers. Cold showers have proven to be very good for you. I know it's hard to do it in wintertime than it is summertime, but they get the body flowing, they get the blood flowing, they get oxygen to your body. Listen to something that touches you. It could be music. It could be motivational. money affirmations. If you're looking to be successful and you want to make money, tell yourself you're going to be successful, that you're a money magnet, that you attract business, you attract wealth, you attract opportunity. There's a ton of videos you can watch and just listen to that talk to you about money motivation. Eat good, intermediate fasting. Try to only eat in an 8-hour window and have the other 16 hours you're fasting. Mine was like 11 to 7, right? Just only eat between 11 and 7, and the rest of the time you're fasting. It's better for your body if you can do something like that. And number 10, the last one here. Prayer works, man. Don't forget to pray every day. Don't be ashamed to pray. And don't be too proud to pray. I don't care how dark it looks for you. I don't care what the haters say. I don't care what the verdict is. Prayer changes things. I grew up on a block. It didn't breed success. A lot of people on my block aren't here anymore, you know. I was told I would never be nothing, and I was a poor kid. You know, ripped pants, torn shoes. Prayer changes things. Prayer is available to anybody at any given time. God is never too busy for you. God knows who you are. God created you to converse with him. Do you know God would love to hear from you? You are not going to make it without God. Do you ever think I got to where I am without God? I know I haven't. I haven't got to where I am without God. If it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be standing I wouldn't be standing here today without his help. I'm telling you guys, you need help. God gives you more than you ask for. That's the thing that he calls grace, right? People ask for grace all the time. He passes it out. He gives you things that you don't deserve. I don't deserve the life I live, that I have here. The money I make, where I live, what I drive, the way I travel, the way I vacation. I work really hard at what I do, for a living, but he's given me grace, and I may not deserve it, but he's given me grace. He let me survive homelessness when I was younger. Poverty, just growing up in a really tough neighborhood and getting into trouble. He's brought me from dark, man. You guys don't know, I've been in it, man. I've been in it. I grew up in a really tough environment, and I won't get into it, but it's because of God that I'm here today, and I'm able to do the things I do, and I have the drive that I have, because I don't want that for my kids. What you see before you today is a boy that believed anything was possible. And this is another thing I talk to my kids about in CCD. Do you think God speaks Spanish? Do you think he speaks Russian? Do you think he speaks Italian? Do you think he can understand you if you try to talk to him? When I grew up Catholic, and I was forced to go to CCD, and I hated it. And I hated being in church. And it just was never told me in a way in which it made sense to me until I got older. Once I got older, I kind of figured out something that worked a little better. And now I have a good relationship with them. That's it. Those are the top 10 things I had there. I hope you guys enjoyed that, man. I don't want it to be too gaudy, but I wanted to give you guys some tips that you could do every day, small things that you could add to your life. Being healthy, talking to God, being grateful, showing up ready, trying to be clear and concise. Just having the idea that, you want to be successful, but you also want significance too. Again, my name is Deric Lipski. I hope you guys enjoy this. I'll see you at the next one.